Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. So, I have to tell you, it's kind of crazy around this place today. I think I told you the other day that, hi Nancy, how are you? So good. How is it up in your neck of the woods today? Hi Jamie, hey Carmen, how are you? So good, I hope. So, I was saying, it's a little crazy around here because the house painters are here. They painted they painted everything yesterday. Like they power washed the house and then they hermetically sealed us all in this crazy house. I'm so, seriously, I tried to go out the back door. I tried to go out the front door. They were covered in plastic. I was starting to feel a little claustrophobic. It was crazy. But anyway, today they're doing all like the little finishing touches, you know what I mean? So, hey Denise. So, if it gets really loud and bangy, you'll know why. Anywho. So, I have so many things to tell you about today. To tell you and show you and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm so glad. It's beautiful here today. I went for my walk this morning and I started out a little later than normal. And you know what? It was still quite pleasant. I haven't showered since then. That's gross. But I will after this class. Yes, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I know. Insane. You know how you just get started doing stuff and before you know it, your hours have passed. How does that happen? I don't know. But anyway, so today is Pop-In Paint Party. As always, if you are brand new here, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and I know, seriously, Ruth, I'm telling you, when I just walked out like when they finally, like they took the plastic off the windows in the back of the house first, and I just went and walked back and forth in front of my pool. Like, I probably was out there like a half an hour. It felt so good to just be like, yay, air. Oh my gosh, because it got so stuffy in our house. It was so crazy. Anyway, if you are brand new here, please follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And know that we meet every Tuesday and Thursday right here. And we usually play with my art printables, but today and Tuesday we played with some brand new designs I have that came out with an amazing company called Funky Fossil Designs, and they're located in the UK. Oops, sorry, my little quiet music is a little bit too loud, sorry. And then don't forget on Saturday, we meet every Saturday and we do a little bit of artist study, a little bit of art journaling. So be sure to come back on Saturday at noon, Arizona time. We have ourselves the best time. We do. Okay, so all of that to say that the Funky Fossil Design stamp set that the stamp set that I designed for Sarah at Funky Fossil Designs is available for purchase today at 5 o'clock Arizona time. So if you're in different parts of the country, I don't know, you'll have to do the calculations, but it goes on sale at midnight time, English time. And so that calculates to 5 o'clock Arizona time. I believe we are 7 hours different from them. So today, oh, did you? I'm telling you, High Supply is amazing, Nancy. They are amazing. We just adore him. We adore him. So, like I said, this stamp design is available today at 5 o'clock Arizona time. And here's the information. And Corbiere-Scott Designs and Funky Fossil Designs Fab Collab. So this is the stamp set you're going to look for. Hello Gorgeous. And here's where you're going to purchase it. www.funkyfossil.co.uk. Hey Lena, how are you? So like I said, this stamp design, Hello Gorgeous, is available. Hey Keels, I thought you'd be out celebrating Kim's birthday today. This stamp set is available today at 5 o'clock Arizona time. You'll have to do the calculating for wherever you are. And here's the information where you go to purchase it. www.funkyfossil.co.uk. So I'll show that again later on. Hi Natalie, how are you? If you are brand new here, be sure to follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs. Hi Tammy. On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and Corbiere-Scott Designs. My art printables are all available at Corbiere-ScottDesigns.com. Today we're going to be playing with my Hello Gorgeous designs that I drew for Sarah at Funky Fossil Designs. So we played a little bit on Monday. I know, it's so weird, isn't it, Keels? The whole situation is weird. I know, we went out to dinner for our anniversary, and I'm telling you, you know what? We were in and out of that restaurant so fast. So remember, this is what I painted on in Tuesday's pop-in paint party. I painted with watercolors, and I embossed with white embossing powder on watercolor paper, and then I began to paint. I feel like I want to kind of enhance this a little bit with a little bit more paint. Like up here, I feel like I need a little bit more contrast so I can continue to build that. Here's another card I think I talked to you about with the Corrine markers. I just got 14 more in the mail today. Yay! So I'll be playing with those a little later. This is the same stamp set. I just want to show you the variety of things that you can do. And then here is another example where I think I talked to you about this. I stamped the entire ink pad down on my cardstock, and then I covered it with that Wow embossing powder, which is, holy smokes, do they have some amazing color combinations with all kinds of little doodads in there. And so then I heat embossed that, and if you can, I don't know if you can see this, those white spots just exploded. They were so beautiful. But I will tell you that because it has so many chunks and things in it, you need to make sure you use your heat gun from below. Because if you put it on top, if you try to heat it from above, that stuff is going to blow off, and then you'll lose all the coolness factor. So be sure to heat it from below. And here is the one that I did with Copics. And I did the same thing here with a circle stencil, where I just patted my my Versamark pad on top of the stencil, removed the stencil, and then and covered it with, well, I left the stencil on there, covered it with embossing powder, then removed the stencil, cleaned up the edges with a paintbrush just to be perfectly, you know, I mean, I still overshot it a little bit, but for the most part. It's pretty cleaned up. And then heat embossed it again from below, and then popped this flower on top of that. So after you left me on Tuesday, I had already heat embossed the big stamped image with Tim Holtz, his embossing glaze, and I used peeled paint. So my idea was that I wanted to really play with tone on tone. So this, well, now you can get all new ones, Nance. There's so many cool ones out there. Tim Holtz, his Distress line, they're beautiful. And those Wow ones, I'm telling you, they're so amazing. I have this huge idea for Veterans Day. I can hardly wait to share with you. Using a Wow embossing powder. And the name escapes me, so I will let you know. So that if you wanted to make them along with me, you're more than welcome. So I used the peeled paint embossing glaze, which is just embossing powder, and it's pretty shiny. I think you can see that. Can you see that? Does that show, whatever? Anyway, and then I took my Distress ink. So I was gonna do it just on my craft mat, but I didn't think you could see what I was doing. So I'm gonna do it on this plate, this white plate. There, you can see I just smushed it down. And then I'm gonna add some water. And remember, now it's paint. So now I'm going to, I put one coat down, but now I can come in and build more color. I want it to kind of have that mottled, I don't know. I just kind of like it when it looks kind of funky and old and, I don't know, unusual. I just wanted it to be very imperfect. Because then it's like nobody else has one like it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to continue to fill this in with some of this peeled paint, watercolor paint that I am creating with my Distress inks. So I wanted to show you. I do too, Nance. I just feel like it's just something different, you know? I'm always looking for a different way to use my supplies, a different way to enhance images. You know, I always feel like I want to show you the artsiest way that I know how. And like I said, I embossed this on watercolor paper, so it can handle quite a bit of water. Use a little bit more color. I just feel like it has this really cool organic feel, you know? But I have, oh my gosh, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I have so many things to share with you today. I can hardly wait. Hi, Diane. How are you today? So I am sharing the stamp set that I drew for Funky Fossil Designs. It is called Hello Gorgeous, and it is available for purchase today at 5 o'clock Arizona time. But it is you need to go to www.funkyfossil.co.uk to purchase. And if you're brand new here, I hope that you'll follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and that you'll ask to join our private Facebook group, which is Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. And one of the questions there is, I ask for your email address, and that's really imperative because that's a way that I can send you like the artsy happenings in my world. There. Stop it! Isn't that so pretty? I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. But I thought that I would share with you something super cool. So I'm gonna wipe this up so that there's no more ink on there. I'm gonna set this aside to dry. And then I'm gonna share with you. I did the same thing with the newest Tim Holtz color called Crackling Campfire. It is so pretty, you guys. So I got the entire lineup from Tracy at Papercraft Clubhouse in Connecticut. Please support your local stores. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna just do that first coat, and then I'm gonna set it aside and show you something cool that I got from another local store, and then we'll come back and paint some more. Okay, so I'm making this pretty watery, and now I'm just going to, just like the other one, I'm covering the entire thing. Isn't it cool to layer colors? I just feel like it adds such a richness to layer colors, like the same color, like the tone on tones. I love that. I love that. So I'm just gonna continue to fill this with color. Oh my gosh, and you know what else is happening around here? Jeff's work is having another one of those happy hours, only today's a wine tasting. So I'm thinking that it won't be as loud as the last one, but you never know. So be prepared, girls. You never know what sounds are gonna drift down the stairs. See, I'm just loving this so far. I'm just loving the richness, very autumnal, and that we can continue to just deepen and add lots of dimension and depth by deepening the colors. And I kind of like, I think so, I do too. I think especially because they're, you know, they're all over the country and everybody's stuck in their house. And so I think that it's nice that they're getting creative and finding ways to team build in a different way. Do you know what I mean? So yesterday, a little box arrived here amidst the chaos of the house and being painted and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, a little box arrived with 5 of the littlest bottles of wine you ever did see. So he was supposed to have a different glass for each wine. And if you know me, if anyone's gonna drink wine in this house, it's me. And I like, you know, I like pretty much like a white wine spritzer. I like it like half wine, half 7-Up, which I know wine connoisseurs are horrified, like Carmen. Anyway, I only had 4 wine glasses. Well, I have one, but it has my name etched on it, and he didn't want to use that. So we went to Walmart this morning, where you find the finest wine glasses. So he could get 2 wine glasses, so he had enough for all of his taste testing. So we'll see how that goes. I think he'll be coming down to get his wine in about a half an hour. Well, what time is it? I don't know. So I just want to get this first coat of color on here. Can I tell you? You think that you don't want those, that, you know, how can I want another Tim Holtz color? But seriously, I am madly in love with this color. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and I like the juxtaposition of the shiny embossing powder and the matte watercolor on top of it. I just love it. I just love it. And you know, Nancy, some Victor stuff would be fabulous on top of this. Okay, so now I'm gonna set this aside and share this thing that if you are a stamper, I'm sure you have, or you should get. I thought it was dumb when I first saw it, but now I'm just hooked. Okay, so this is my Misty, and inside of my Misty, I have my new stamp, right? Okay, so if you have a Misty and how am I doing on time, Keels? I'm only about halfway through, right? I have lots of time. Okay, if you have a Misty, then you know that you have to do this push down and hope that you get a good solid impression. Although you can lift and you can, oh, do you see that? Because I already stamped something else with it. All right, so I'm gonna pat down my Gina K amalgam ink, and this is Obsidian. So the whole gang is coming down to help Jeff get his wine. Okay, so I got this, and it's called a Chucky, and I got it from a store in Indiana called Doodlebug Ink. And look at, you're just gonna get nice, even pressure, right? I'm gonna lift to see how we look. Looks like we could use some more color. And do you see, like, when I, do you see how it's a little offset? Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Hey, Aunt Mer. I'm just gonna flip it over, right? Because, uh-oh, what did I do with the other, there we go. I wanna show you a nice clean stamp. So, I'm gonna get a good coat of ink on here. And now I'm gonna close my Misty, and now I'm gonna take the Chucky, and I'm gonna rub, 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 rub. Because sometimes, you know, it gives you a little carpal tunnel syndrome to push down with your hand. Look at that, so good. But, looks like I could use a little more ink. That is the beauty of the Misty. I'm sure if you go on Hannah's website for Doodlebug Ink in Jasper, Indiana, she'll be much more knowledgeable about the Chucky than I. Well, and you know what, I'm stamping this on watercolor paper, which has lots of texture, so it's a little harder to get a clean image. But that's the cool thing about the Misty, is that it doesn't move, right? Okay, I'm really selling it, aren't I? It is really cool. So there we go. So set that aside, and then we can paint that later. And now let's get back to our, we could either do the more on the green or we could do more on the orange. But you know, I'm also thinking that this might be kind of cool to, this might be kind of cool to, like if I super deepen it with color, it might be really cool to like do a little bit of like some water droplets on there. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm going to just continue to deepen my orange. I just think it looks so autumnal, doesn't it? Hey Kim, how are you? How is everyone today? Ooh, I can hardly wait for you to join me on Saturday for Saturday's artist. Remember, I told you he's American and he's still alive. And let's see. I really kind of like the idea of making the, like some of these dark and some of these lighter. But all like the same shades. You know what I mean? Just kind of digging that idea. Kim, I will put the details out today or in tomorrow's email, but I am doing an online Bible journaling class November 14th. So if you wanted to sign up for that, you're more than welcome. And you sign up for it on my website. And anyone else who would like to join us. So I'm just kind of randomly making some areas a deeper shade of orange than others. I think that just might be nice visual interest, you know. Let's see, what else is new? Well, I think I told you that we watched that show called The Queen's Gambit. That was fascinating. And I don't play chess at all, but it was just a cool story. And also, let's see, what else? We watched, well, you know, I love the Great British Bake Off or baking show or whatever it is. Oh my gosh, I just love that show. It's just fascinating. And they did it in the middle of the COVID. Like they did a bubble like the NBA did, which I think is fascinating and super cool. That it's a cool way to, you know, kind of like Jeff's company. I think that people are just getting creative and finding new ways to make the new normal work for them, you know. Can you guys hear that loud squeal? It is the water in my front yard, but it is so loud. I kind of like that when it kind of, when you put water on it and then pat it off and it gets kind of muddled again, kind of, there's some light areas and dark areas. I kind of love that. So I'm just working on softening some of these edges right here. Not completely obliterate them, but soften. How about you? Has anybody, hey Dot Spalding, how are you? If you are brand new here, I hope that you will. So if you're brand new here, Dot, I hope that you will follow and like me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Corbiere-Scott Designs. And be sure to ask to join our private Facebook group called Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. One of the questions there is I ask for your email address. So be sure to answer that. There's some things that, well, that group is just the coolest group, by the way. And it's just the most supportive group, and everybody's so amazing, and we've created this amazing, hey Deb, this amazing community. I just love it. So I am playing today with the newest, well, the first of many, I hope, stamp set that I drew for Funky Fossil Designs, and they are located in the UK. This stamp set will be available for purchase today at 5 o'clock Arizona time. I don't know what time zone everybody's in, but here's the purchasing information. Well, you're gonna look for Hello Gorgeous, and then you're gonna go to www.funkyfossil.co.uk. That's where you're going to go to purchase this stamp set. And if you would follow me at Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. I come out with art printable sheets probably at least 2 times a month. I come out with new art printables, and next week I want to share how I make 3 cards from 1 sheet. I really want you to see the coolness of 1 sheet printables. So be sure to come back and join me on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 o'clock Arizona time, where we usually feature whatever my newest art printable is, or whatever tickles my fancy that day. But then also on Saturdays, we do a class called Let's Get Artsy Together Apart. And it's a art journaling, artist study, color theory mini class. Every Saturday we explore a new artist and that artist's art, and we celebrate it, and then we're inspired by that artist and their art, and we create in our art journals. So that's kind of what we're all about in this neck of the woods. So let's see, this I feel like needs to kind of dry a little bit. So let's go back to the green, and I'm feeling like I still want to deepen it a little bit, but I have the campfire on my little plate, so I'm going to just use my craft mat, because I want some areas to be super deep green, so that when I add the when I flick it with water, it's real noticeable. Do you know what I'm saying? That there's a big contrast between the deepest green areas and when the water hits it, and you can lift off some of the color. I just think that'll be super cool. Just don't be afraid to, stamp off whatever I like to stamp things many times, then I can play with some techniques and like a new way to make an artsy card. Because you know, at Corbiere-Scott Designs, we like to do things that are different, that are unusual and artsy. We like to take things to the next level. And you know, I will tell you, it's so interesting. This stamp, the peeled paint, do you see how the different layers of color? There's some areas that are almost like brownish orange, and it's all from the same stamp pad. It's kind of crazy. And some that get deeper green. So, I love that because it looks kind of like, I just love this because it looks kind of mossy and old gardeny, and oh, I love that. Lots of texture and areas of interest. And I think one of the most important things, I think, is that don't be afraid to take your time. Take your time and work out those little details. If you see an area that needs a little attention, take the time to do that. Like this, I just feel like this little area here on this, all these little circles here, is just ripe opportunity for lots of areas of deeper color and lighter color, lots of values of the same color. Do you know what I'm saying? So I want to get in there and really deepen some of those areas. Because that's just going to add more visual interest too, you know? So what's new today, everyone? What's going on? Give me a topic. Let's talk about something. I have this slow music on, and you know what? I shouldn't have put it on because now it's kind of mellowing me out. So Keels, what are you making for dinner for Kim for his birthday? Today is Keely's husband's birthday, so we should all give him a happy birthday shout out. Happy birthday, Kim. I'm feeling like I want to, hey Barbara, how are you? Like all these dots, I feel like I really want to deepen the color in those dots. I just think that would be kind of interesting and fun to play with. Not all of them, but enough that it draws your eye there, you know? Maybe these two. How very fancy, Keely. It is a birthday celebration at your house. That's for sure. Cherry pie. You know, that's my least favorite pie. And you know, I do like pie, but it is my least favorite, I have to say. My Uncle Al's favorite pie is cherry pie. Not mine. I used to work for this caterer when I was in junior high and high school. It was actually my friend's grandparents. And she made these things that she called pie squares. So she made them in a big oh, what are those great big sheets? You know, no, it's not a, look, it's not a, it's way bigger than a cookie sheet, right? A great big flat pan. And anyway, she made these things called pie squares, and raspberry pie squares were oh my gosh, they were so good. And they were she put that big chunky sugar on top, a jelly roll pan, there you go. Oh my gosh, they were so delicious. And you know, I have tried raspberry pie since then, and you can't replicate it. I'm telling you. So now I think I'm gonna get brave and do a little bit of, I think the orange might show it more. Do a little bit of water flicking. Like I'm being pretty, I'm not being as generous with my water as I usually am. Just because I want to kind of keep the integrity of what I've got going there. But I also want to play around with this idea of a very imperfect painting and how, all right. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little minute. Oh my gosh, this morning I thought that my heat tool was broken, and we had just used it on Sunday, but it was the plug. It was one of those plugs where you have to have, like, it's, you know, a certain light switch turned on, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I said, oh my gosh, Jeff, I hope my heat tool isn't broken. I've only had it for about 25 years. How crazy is that? And it wasn't like it was top of the line way back in the day. It's just, I don't even know if the name is on here anymore. Just Anne, whatever this one is. But you know what? It's still going strong. I just changed outlets and it was just fine. Okay, so we have all that water that's been soaking while I'm chatting away. I don't know. I'm gonna let it sit just a little bit more. Ooh, you know what might be cool though? Like after we do that, we could make some watery paint with the distress ink, the crackling campfire distress ink, and splatter that. Shut up! How cute would that be? Okay, so I'm gonna put the paper towel on top, and let's see what happens. Dun 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 dun. Shut up! Look how cool that looks. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. Okay, so now let's take that crackling campfire. I'm going to take a bigger brush because we'll get a better flick. And this is, oh, this is just a cheapie number 5 round from Low Cornell. So I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to test it, the flickability on my plate first. And now I'm just going to stop it, you guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm just madly in love with that. Look at that. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, I'm going to set that aside to dry. Now I'll try to get over myself because I'm feeling like I kind of want to do the same thing with the green. I don't know. Do we have enough time? Where are we time-wise? I think I have about 15 minutes. All right. You know what? Isn't it pretty, Keely? I'm really digging that color. I wouldn't have thought I would love it so much. But now, this tone on tone on tone, I'm feeling like I want to do it with more of those distress embossing glazes. So I have that new speckled egg. Shut up. Tell me that wouldn't be beautiful. And, well, I think I have 6 or 7 of them, which I think it would be so cool to do a one in all those colors, just to kind of test it out. Oops, sorry about that. To just test out the whole range of colors. Because seriously, I'm loving that. Because I just feel like it has lots of visual interest. I keep looking at different areas. And I think if you paint it in a very organic, freeform way, where you're not trying to get everything all the same depth, everything all this, do you know what I mean? There's so much visual interest. I'm loving that. So let's do the same with the green. So I've already die cut this with a stitched edge because I just love a stitched edge. Can I tell you? I just love a stitched edge. So I'm going to set this aside because I'm feeling like I might want to do something cool on the envelope with that. So I don't want to waste that color. You know I can't handle wasting color. All right. So I'm going to really smush down this peeled paint. And I'm going to get... Oh, I need to do... Wait, I need to do the water first, don't I? So I think that... Whoops, that's kind of a lot. All right, so now I'm just gonna sit and talk to you while we let that work. I'll get a clean paper towel so that I don't get some orange on the green. But I'm thinking this would be really pretty in blues. It would be really pretty in golds because I think I have fossilized amber. I think they have that color. Like I said, support your local scrapbook stores. Call them for your supplies. My local scrapbook store is Scraps of Love here in Peoria, Arizona. But there are lovely stores all across the country. I got, like I said, I ordered my Crackling Campfire entire, I bought the whole shebang. Oh, good, good, good. Nance, I'm so glad. I'm feeling like, well, Nancy, you're usually my color girl. I'm thinking I want to try and find a couple things. Here's what I'm thinking. I could either create my own background with this same color, right, on another piece of watercolor. Shut up. How cute would that be? So I'd have the same exact tone. Or I could find a close green cardstock. I feel like black would be too stark next to these earthy kind of tones. Maybe brown. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. But I do think I totally want to do the same technique on the envelope, because why wouldn't I? Let's see. Ooh, craft would be pretty because it would still be that earthy. You'd still be in that earthy vibe, wouldn't you? That's a great idea, Keels. I don't know. I'm gonna just, you know what? Sometimes I get a bunch of different options out, and I just kind of lay it on top of all these different possibilities and pick it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my clean paper towel, and I'm gonna go down on my painted piece and pull off. Shut up! Look how pretty that is, right? And now let's get that. We're gonna get this green wet. Look at that. It just looks like moss, and oh, I'm just loving it. Now I'm gonna do the same thing that we did with the crackling campfire. Oh, I know. I have that speckled egg. And I'm feeling like that would be a fun one to play with. So I'm loving this. And I'm feeling like it would be super cool then to just heat emboss a sentiment. Like all by itself. Like just matte this and have a, what are the two, I could either have I Simply Adore You or Hello Gorgeous or With Love. I could just stamp them on a separate sheet and then heat emboss them, or I could have heat embossed it. That would be cool too though, right? But I kind of want I'm feeling like I want the sentiment to be its own entity, right? So I could just do the sentiment off from one side down here. I don't know. I'm hemming and hawing. I'm loving this. I'm loving, loving, loving this. How about you? Have I inspired anybody to get their, besides Nancy, to get their embossing powders and inks out? I hope. I just feel like I mean, you could do it with anything. I hate that Tim Holtz keeps making these cool things that I just have to buy. But seriously, his colors are so rich and so vibrant. And I'm usually, hey Sandra, I'm usually a bright color person, but I'm really digging this because it's so vibrant and so rich. I think that both of these turned out amazing. Right? So then I will die cut the orange with the same die cut that I did the green. And I will, I'm feeling like I might do that painted background again. I'm feeling. I'm kind of digging that. And I'm feeling like, well, I don't know. Now my head is starting to race with ideas. Doesn't your head always just start to race with ideas after we have our little artsy gatherings? I just feel like, ooh, and you know what else I could do? And you know what else I could do? And you know what else I could do? Always. I always feel like that. Hey, Sandra, if you could follow and like me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and ask to join our private Facebook group called Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. One of the questions is to send me your email, and if you would do that, that would be great, because then you'll be in the know of all things that are happening in the artsy world of Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs. And this, I'll give one more shout out for this stamp set. Is going live and available for purchase today. I was honored to be asked by Sarah at Funky Fossil Designs to design a set of stamps for her. We have more stuff in the works that's coming out soon. I can hardly wait to share those with you too. But until then, let's keep making stuff with this set. I just feel like the possibilities with this are endless, because look at all the different elements. Oh, I love it. Anyway, to purchase this stamp set, go to www.funkyfossil.co.uk and look for Hello Gorgeous. I hope that everybody is, I've made it clear where everything, like where you can go and how to find it and everything. Please join me on Saturday for our speckled egg. I'm telling you, Nancy, I think that's going to be so fun. Please post a picture. I'll post pictures of mine too once they're into cards before I send them out to somebody. Please join us on Saturday when we are we explore and study a new artist every Saturday. This Saturday, we're going to be studying a American artist. He's still alive today. His art is amazing, and you'll be so inspired. So every Saturday we do a little artist study, a little art theory, a little color theory, a little art journaling. We study an artist and then we become inspired by that artist, and then we create in our art journals in the style of that artist, and we just have the best time. So I hope that everybody will join us on my Facebook page every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Arizona time for Pop-In Paint Party, and then every Saturday for Let's Get Artsy Together Apart at noon Arizona time. In the meantime, follow me, like I said, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott, and go pick up this Funky Fossil Designs Hello Gorgeous stamp set today. So, oh no, I will, Nancy. I'll put my polka dot wedding picture up, and stop it with yours in the treehouse. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Anyway, I guess it is time to bid adieu to all of you, and I will see you on Saturday. We'll have ourselves a time, as we always do. And now I want to go make like a whole array of these embossed and then painted flower stamped images, like a whole set of cards. Shut up, that would be cool, right? All right, I need to make some background papers and envelopes, matching envelopes. All right, I adore you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that you take time out of your lives for this little bit of art during the week and on the weekend. The painters are gone, of course, now. I can't wait to get artsy again with you on Saturday. I look forward to these days throughout my entire week. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you Saturday. Bye.